nick of time! It is I, Bernie Rosemith, live in the Forbidden Library. Welcome, everyone! Welcome, Normal Says Phantom. Welcome, Rahel. Welcome, Nimby. Welcome, Licorice. Welcome, Borders. Everyone's welcome in the Forbidden Library. Just make sure you don't knock anything over so you don't get trapped. Yeah! It is me. I did appear in the nick of time to save Edgeworth, like BUTTS saved our butts. Oh wait a minute, I forgot something again. Also, Brathian, how rude. I don't appreciate a posture check before I'm even on. You'll notice that I've made it 5 times more expensive now. Hello, Doppel. It is indeed a pleasure to observe you engaging in this most delightful pastime once more. It is a great pastime. 1, great game. 2, streaming is fun. But I forgot to make my Yowie screen, so let's make my Yowie screen. Paint! Oh, that's different. Why did I put paint? Oh my god, did I take away paint? No, did I delete it? Oh, I have to put it back in again. No. Why did past me do that? That was very silly of me. Paint. We're gonna have to redo it all again. In use? What? I'm so confused. Why? Why? You know what else is fun? Saving husbandos from pompous elderly vampires. Correct. That is not the, that is incorrect of me. Yes. I fervently hope that thou shalt be able to conclude this case by the day's end. I hope so too. Hopefully I don't mess around too much trying to get paint working. If I do it as a game input, it would be better. Game capture. I would like to game capture paint because that's how we roll. I am prepping the tinted glass, Yowie. We can't. That's already in use. I keep trying to name it paint, but apparently I already have something called paint, but I don't know where it's gone. No. What's that? Oh, that's the potatoes. What's this? Oh, that was that. That's the fire. That's my... I have too many things. Bro, I have too many things. Thou art presently behested by technical tribulations. Indubitably I am, because I want to have a screen to pop up when ad time. Red Roaches is the best time for ads. It's fine. Oh, we could do this slightly different. We could do, like, let me make this screen, and then we're just gonna have to do this in an ever so slightly different way than last time, which makes it like more permanent. So we're gonna have to. Oh, I need the red. We need red for hearts. Drawing noises. I could put a third one in. Yeah, I did get distracted while I was prepping for this with something else, so that's probably part of the reason why I am on getting stuff together. Heart screen. Okay, if we save that, then I can just pull it in as an image rather than live paint, and that's easier. Hearts. No, wait. Yowie screen. Better. We want a more accurate title. Where the fudge did I just save it? In here? No, not in there. In here? Found it! Yeah! Okay. Then we'll just make it small like this, and then we'll just put a little... We can, like, play with the opacity, can't we? You just gotta make it a little more opaque. If we do, like, a color key, and then we do a custom color of the pink, but we don't get rid of the pink. We, like, take it down to, like... Oh, yeah, I can do that, and then I can just do general opacity. There we go, I found it. Perfection. Okay, we can play now. We can play. Oh, I need to make that work as a button as well. Otherwise, this stream deck. What I call it, Yowie screen. Perfect, we're there. We're ready. We continue. Right. To battle! I mean to court! Close enough. Yeah. I do not concur. But what it... Oh, wait. We could make it purple. That's a good point. But we already made it pink. I could change it. We could change it. There's always a way to change it. We don't yowie him, though. It's also a bit too... It's covering the... Let's do that. We don't want it covering everything. We don't want it covering the text. We want to be able to see the text. Not the judge. No, we don't harm the judge. I always just do it. He's too old for Yowie. You're never too old for Yowie! No one's ever too old for Yowie. Court is now back in session. Thanks to Mr. Butts. We love you, Butts. Thank you, Butts. Witness, please testify to the court everything that you saw. Can't say that. What can't I say? On the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me! Butts' voice changes every stream because I don't remember. Lover finds a way. Never too old for a little bit of gay. Love finds a way. Not too old for a bit of gay. I like how we made a rhyme together. In this house, we accept all forms of butts. Yes. I didn't feel close enough. We need to get close enough. Okay. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. We're betting on you, Larry. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Karma von assholery. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Right, yo! What you got for me, my friend? My butts. My butts, my butts, my butts. My good friend, Mr. Butts. Check him out. Night of the Maida. That night I was out in a boat on the lake. When you roll a d20 and whatever face it lands on is the voice you pick, but none of the dice have faces. None of the dice faces have numbers and you're forced to make up the number each voice. Yes. Do you perchance harbor some manner of fascination with romance of the same gender? It would be a lie to say no. I did just finish reading a lesbian romance, so it doesn't, it could be whatever genders. Whatever gender, we're fine. Who doesn't? That night I was out on a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So quietly slipped the boat back in at the renewal shop dock. Just then, as I was thinking about going home, I had a bang! I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. So he didn't hear the second bang. Interesting. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. There really isn't. We just gotta believe in butts. Everyone hold on to your butts. Believe in the heart of the butts. I just like being able to say butts so much, I'm not gonna lie. That night I was out on the boat in the lake. Yes, you were. Let's press him for no reason. Hey, butts, how you doing? Something wrong, Mr. Wright. There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay, first off, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out on the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out of the boat at such a late hour? In retrospect, it's amazing Larry was able to row all the way out to the lake and not somehow tip over the boat. Honestly. And he managed to recover, like, quite a big balloon from the lake, too. Like, that couldn't have been easy. It was, like, soaking wet and slippery, and it is a miracle he didn't fall in. I was looking for something, and I found it. I know what it is. I'm gonna press you anyway, because I feel like we should press everything looking for something. Yeah. Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? You know it's bad when the judge starts answering questions too. What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. I mean, technically, yes! But no! That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. So I quietly slipped the boat back at the rental shop. Why? Around what time was that? Oh, well, let's see. Figure I was out searching for an hour. I guess it was around 12, yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face! I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. Or phones these days, Larry. Who wears a watch nowadays? Unless it's a smartwatch. And just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang! I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. He looked over the lake and didn't see... I forgot to press it. I was too busy voicing. I forgot to press stuff. Well, Nick? It was pretty wishy-washy assessment. I guess I should just start working on the contradictions. Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Sweetie, please, you've been so helpful. Like, let yourself go for a little. Like, it's fine. And you found it. The quietly set the boat back. The rental shop dark. Did I press that one? Press it anyway. Yes, I did press that one. The secret to telling the time is do the classic measure the distance between the sun and the horizon technique. Heck yeah. You know what? Yes. I did this dialogue. And just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. Tell me about the bang. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I looked out over the lake, but didn't see a boat. This is the interesting one. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order! Well, Mr. Butts. Wow! Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether a boat will be out there or not. Oh, okay, no problem. That's the most important part of this case! Ah! So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. When was that? So you heard one bang, correct? The technique does have a fatal flaw where it doesn't work indoors. On the poles, or when using the full moon. Yeah. Huh. Well, it's pretty wishy-washy. I don't have a testimony, but I have a picture that, like, backs him up on there being only one boat on the lake. It's not a contradiction, though. Just as I was going home, I heard a bang. I looked over the lake. I didn't see a boat. Because I have the picture of the empty lake. 7 is clear. No, it's not a contradiction. I didn't think it was. It's a backup, not a contradiction. Oh, that's nice that it's letting me present again. So this would be the contradiction. But this one does, because it's a picture of the boat. What? No! I didn't save! Oh lordy, I think I should. Let's do a quick save. Just a little save, just in case. Right, is it this then? We got shows an empty lake at about 11:50. This would have been after he left. Time of death. Unless it's this, and I need to present the fact that everyone else said 1, 2 gunshots. Haha! We got it. Wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard one bang, you're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. I appreciate your faith, Doppel. Might need it. Wait, I have a detective hat! Let me go get it. Whee! I'm just gonna find my detective. I should be wearing it. This is why I'm not doing too well. I don't have my hat on. It makes so much sense. Back now. I got my hat! My detective hat. I think it's a bit big. Huh. Right, now we can do this. It isn't a... No, we're not gonna get the Dunn's cat. No, I don't deserve that yet. That background melody is the very cause for which I consumed the entire series of British. The music has been lovely in this game. Very to the point. Like... And this victory one is very nice. I can see why you would want to consume it. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Oh, Butts. Mr. Butts. What? You only heard 1 gunshot. Are you sure? Well, I'll tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Oh, he's the most unreliable witness on the planet. Oh, no. Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones! What? Order, and stop that booing! Peanut gallery, for fuck's sake. The customer is sometimes, usually, when Mercury is in retrograde, maybe be correct. Correct. Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yes, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? A waste of time. Sorry, just got an input message. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue with the testimony? He has to. He's our last shot. Continue. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Pah. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. To be just, the recollections of humankind may often be distant. Indeed they are. People tend to imagine a lot of stuff. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right! Leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this. Believe me. Come on, Butts. You can do it. What Larry heard. Okay. It's lonely. Being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an old request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud, like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. You're twitching, my bro. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You were listening to your radio at high volume. Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? No, I don't either. I used to listen to the radio in the car sometimes, but like now I just connect it to my phone. So like, what's the use in the radio now? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem is here. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me, DJ? What are these new-fangled hip terms that I do not understand? An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the song, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between the songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. Oh, I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Alright, you idiot. Let's go. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to the radio request show. See, I was listening to it real booming loud like. I'm sure I heard the gunshot. I remember exactly. That's why I need to press. Would you explain what he was saying? What did she say? Oh. Oh. Radios are a vital part of society. Where else are you going to reliably hear Imagine Dragons and yeah? Correct, on every single radio station. Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why. We should care! We should care! We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do we know if we don't ask him? That worked! Thank you, Your Honor. You're the best, Your Honor. We love you, Your Honor. Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? When she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happens. Your Honor, please consider the what if. I think this might actually be a little important because we don't have a proper time of death. Sometime on the 24th or the 25th. We have this going off at 12:15 and this 11:50, so it must have been the 11:50 shot, whenever that was and whatever the hell that was doing. I don't know specifically yet, but you know, we're getting somewhere. It's lonely being on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to a request radio show on, isn't it? I was listening to a real booming loud light, but I'm sure I heard a gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when he heard it too. Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. Press! Are you sure? Of course I am! She had this real sexy voice. Maybe Moncano was right. I'm not sure how that helped at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. There's a long gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. Okay, I'm gonna press everything again. Why is it lonely on Christmas Eve? So, you turned on the radio. Right! I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? You don't know what it's like out there, alone, on Christmas Eve, alone! I shouldn't have said anything. That's why I was listening to a little Chris radio show. Hold it! Do you, by any chance, remember the name of the program you were listening to? Now that is most certainly absolutely nothing to do with the case. But I appreciate him thinking of these questions anyway. This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. The magistrate doth consistently endure such antics. In veritable existence, a genuine judge may no longer lend their favour, should thou be revealed as deceptive, or, if course, be utter drivel. Yet you be found in contempt of court. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio, that is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set that night? I was listening to real booming loud, like. Press. Real booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on? Yup. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. Press. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. Did I press that? I pressed it more already, didn't I? Unless I want to press the one before it again. I don't know whether I should risk throwing out some stuff. So we got... like this. This is almost Christmas, and it shows an empty lake. That is pretty good. Yeah, it has to be a contradiction, not something that connects. Yeah, sorry. A valid observation indeed. His patience, I fear, surpasses the bounds of humanity. For one, in his judicial station. It kinda does. Are you sure? Yeah, I did press this. So press that, press that, press that. Let's press this again? What was this thing saying? What did she say? We already... then we already did that. Blah, 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 blah. We should care. So I already did that bit. I'm really not sure. Okay, so there must be... I might reload one. I'm gonna reload. Which means that I've lost a bit of stuff, but you know, at least we can kind of skip. La, 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 la. Or maybe the judge gets paid hourly, so if he shuts down the case, he gets paid less. So when he shuts it down when he needs to. Fair, honestly. I imagine a judge would get paid quite a lot hourly if they were paid hourly. La, 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 la. And remind me to save when we're through this section. Continue. Please continue. I need him to continue, otherwise my husband's going to jail and I can't deal with that. Objection! Okay. I know which one I need to press to get the extra bit of dialogue. That's listening to the booming line. Control I had the gunshot. Remember exactly what the DJ was saying. Press. We should care. Right, exercise caution in your selections regarding this matter. Your esteemed credibilities and prestige. So let's give it a quick save though. My esteemed credibility will be saved by the power of time travel. So it's almost, so maybe this? Because this is after, that's actually Christmas? I did it! Larry, are you absolutely sure you're correct? What you're saying is correct? What's with that, with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you know I don't scare that easily. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas, when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But he should have heard that gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what time was on the photo taken when the gun was triggered by Miss Hart's camera. When the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Why am I poking holes out of butts? Like, but am I not just making him seem less trustworthy and therefore, like, not helping my case? Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. Oi! He was born with that face, you know. Wah! Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim? He heard a gunshot before midnight. I think the Christmas was the gun. The gun was the Christmas all along. Clearly this gunshot before Christmas Eve was because his oxygen tank ruptured yet again without his knowledge. I think the before Christmas Eve one is the actual gunshot, potentially, but then we did see the actual gunshot. Verily, it possibly transpired due prior to the time denoted within the photograph. Exactly. Just because we saw someone shooting a gun out there doesn't mean someone got shot. He could have got shot beforehand and then taken out to the lake. I don't know why. I don't know when, I don't know how. But if he was listening to his music real bustin' loud, then there could be, it could be the second boom actually came from BUTTS' radio because it was that loud. Hello the yellow, welcome. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. So I'm gonna go with Larry's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. Right here, mofo! Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh! But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here was not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Ah! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That's why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. In fact, that camera was also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight, so at half an hour gap between the two. And everyone mentioned, like, gunshots really quickly. Like, no one ever mentioned there was, like, a half an hour gap between these gunshots. All of Phoenix's documents are folded vertically because he holds all his documents exactly the same way. Thumb at the bottom, folding half. They are 100%. Everyone doesn't want to lend their books to Phoenix because he folds the spines of them. It's terrible. Pray, do not accept a most cordial welcome. Yes, we have some nice people in the chat. Be nice to people. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots between a 25-minute pause, with a 25-minute pause between them. I kind of knew that, but you know, I guess this game has to be dramatic about every detail. It wouldn't be this game otherwise, so it's not a complaint for the record. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Oh, is he gonna blame the radio? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear all night, man! Clear! Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any. So I have to prove the sound fired 3 times could be that. Heard 2 sounds like gunshots after midnight. Probably wouldn't be it. Is my favorite fruit banana or lemon? Oh no. Is Yellow's favorite fruit banana or lemon? Yes, you are Yellow. Or are you gonna throw us in for a loop and have a yellow pepper instead? Technically a fruit. Like, if a fruit is because it has seeds in it, then yeah, pepper's technically a fruit too. I would cancel thee to preserve thy progress forthwith. Yes, good point. I don't know if I can though. Because it won't let me, like, get out of this menu. I'm stuck. I don't know if it's the pistol, because the pistol was fired 3 times, so that would make twice for after midnight and once before midnight. That's the evidence to me, and that's what we're gonna have to do with. Yeah, the time travel powers have stopped working, which means we're just gonna have to deal with it. We're just gonna have to pray. Let's go. Take that! This is my evidence. The murder weapon. Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Hello, Hunted Story, welcome. How's the tax evasion case go? I haven't found out about the tax evasion yet. But we'll get there. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. It's not sync time. I survived. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That a third shot was shot. That third shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. It makes sense. It makes sense. Logic. Order. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save, so I'm too scared. We've gotta keep saving. Order. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, you ask? Why? Uh-oh, I better say something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. Ah! I haven't got it. I don't know what it is. What's wrong, man? I have it. I don't! Phoenix, please tell me! I don't have it! Huh? Remember the case with the steel samurai? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. Accident? The murderer in that case... It was an accident. Maya. My daughter, my sweet baby girl. What do you mean? Maya. Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch I'm gonna run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We already got a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right. Brady, your sweet baby girl's been in jail twice. She's done nothing wrong in her life! They were false charges! Except for the second one was not a false charge, but that's because she was such a sweet baby girl, they had to put her in jail because she was too powerful at being a sweet baby girl. That's why she was in jail, but really she's done nothing wrong in her entire life ever. Just so you're aware. I will not hear anything bad about my girl. Your Honor! Oh good god, don't even bring Jet. Freaking Jet too old. Yeah. I am so amused that that's become a meme, I really have. Yes, Mr. Wright. The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. Has it? Please tell me! Phoenix! What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. So, if we're framing it like the samurai case, then someone was going to kill Edgeworth, and Edgeworth accidentally killed him. That's what we had. And it was self-defense. Kinda. Self-defense. Yeah, it was defense. Oh. Ooh, the puns. Which I have no right to cringe at puns, considering what I do. The wackiest twists are the ones the protagonists figure out before you. They are. He's innocent. He is innocent. What else happened in the samurai case? We also had some identity issues with the Was Edgeworth drugged? Edgeworth could have been drugged and put on the boat. So that he would take the fall. There was also like a mistaken identity thing. So, like the coats that they had on specifically. I don't know. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. It did not pertain to the heinous act of murder itself, but rather to the manner in which the malefactor contrived to ensnare the defendant. Tax evasion. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. In the distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Tax evasion has forgiven money. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. Something else that happened in the samurai case was that the defendant was a big softie despite their rough-looking exterior. Clearly, that is true! That's 100% what's happening here. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 0:15. But Larry had a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. Thus the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat are. The murderer and Mr. Hammond, Edgeworth and the murderer, Edgeworth and Hammond. We know Edgeworth was on the boat. Can I save? Can I save? I can save! It would be foolish to say Edgeworth wasn't on the boat. So I feel like Edgeworth and the murderer? Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. Yeah! What? Are you serious? Yes. Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all of this. Ludicrous, Mr. Wright. Tell us the name of the murderer, then. The murderer's name. Right. It's... I don't know. Not Lotta Hart. Not Miles Edgeworth. So I don't know. That's the only other option. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Bah! Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. Oh my! It's the old man, innit? Or was it his bird? It was Polly! I know. The vampire's stuttering. We're winning. Better not touch my sunshine Edgeworth, or he's gonna be a fun day for American Senate. We're saving Edgeworth. No one will touch our husband. Yet I am well aware that thou dost possess an inkling of the identity of the individual in question. Yes, I believe he's the man who got away with the DL6 case. That's who I think he is. I don't know that yet, but that's what the detective hat tells me. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest the real scene of the crime was not on the boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? I assume at the boat shop? Here, of course. The boat shop where he lives. It was the mockingbird Paulie all along. I knew it was gonna be funny. Mocking me. You see, the murderer is none other than that old guy who I called Dad, who is leaving me his pasta shop, which will not contain noodles. It will contain pasta, because they're different. That way, he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Record Larry's testimony if you will. That night, he was out on the lake on a boat searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat? The boat shop. We're getting somewhere. Yeah, they definitely got into a spaghetti noodle argument. That's exactly what happened. And then he was like, ah, crap. He was going to meet someone, so I might get caught. I'm best murdering that guy, too. And then that's how it happened. Yeah. Bird shop. At least got breakfast. I was left a garage. I mean, you can fix stuff in a garage. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. This feels like Phoenix could make up any, like, very exciting but plausible story, and this court would, you know, believe that. But then again, I've been fighting against fictitious but plausible stories the whole way through. So it makes sense that they would. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really, but I think if I start from the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might be able to figure this out. Just like the prosecution. Exactly! We're fighting fiction with fiction. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Squawk! Kaboo! Can we pause to check the courtroom characters too? They deserve it, don't they? I wish we could. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Your stream keeps freezing? I'm sorry about that. It seems okay on my end, unfortunately, so I think it might be something on your side. Fake stuff. Try chewing on tires and engine oil. Not fun experience. I think that's a skill issue. Though such conjecture may be esteemed only when it is bolstered by credible evidence, indubitably. Put your computer in the microwave to help it defrost. Do not put your computer in the microwave. When he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake, then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? I mean, it'd have to be the caretaker, wouldn't it? Because Edgeworth never touched it with his dominant hand. He did. He said he did. If I remember correctly. He said he did touch the gun, but I don't think he was the one who fired it. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness. The murderer lifted his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the camera goes off. Then pushes Miles off. The murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. Clearly he shot twice because the first shot missed the water. He needed a second shot to make sure the water was dead. Always double tap your lakes. Edgeworth's hands are blessed. Whatever he touches becomes edgy. That's how Shadow the Hedgehog was born. There was a Sonic clone, and then Edgeworth touched him, and then suddenly Shadow was born. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Howdy, howdy, welcome. Once you realise that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. Do not your hedgehogs. Do not your hedgehogs. Edgeworth touches the last. He gives them pats on the head. He pets them. And then they turn into edgy little shits. These are the events that transpired on the night on Gourd Lake. Bailiff! Bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Oh, we're swapping witness again. Oh, nervous. Depends on what range and caliber you're shooting from. If it's a thing. The range was a meter, the caliber was 22. Perchance he doth endeavour to target the legendary fabled creature Gordy. He wanted to murder Gordy the whole time! What did Gordy ever do? Well, she's sad. Gordy's just a guy who's actually just in a balloon, but just a guy. He's just a big guy. It's just real civilized man. You're concerned on the conversation you walked in on. We're talking about, well, Hunted said that Edgeworth hands are blessed. Whatever he touches becomes edgy. So I said that he made Shadow the Hedgehog because he took a clone of Sonic, and then he pet it, and then he touched it, and then it became Shadow, and then everyone took that the wrong way because that's what you guys do. Gordy, no, you're Ocean. I know. All Gordy did was crush the dreams of an up-and-coming country photographer. Yeah. Gordy is the monster they thought who lived in the lake, but it turned out it was just a balloon. Maybe the real Gordy was the people. You got an ad and it messed up your stream. I'm so sorry you're having an experience like that, Yellow. If you would like, maybe you'll have better luck on Twitch. You could pop out the chat for YouTube and then like hop over to Twitch, and then you can still see the chat from YouTube, but then you might have a better streaming experience. So maybe try that. Maybe that'll help. I'm the same on Twitch as YouTube. You know, got Twitch? Boo. Sorry about that. That was my best suggestion then if YouTube's not doing it for you. I hope it gets better for you then. Very well, while we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Edgy! Nope. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defendant has said. Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? Oh, look at him brood. I'm sorry. I can't say what it was, but it was clearly DL6. And the murder of my father, to whom he was kind of responsible for a guy getting away from. Your Honor, sir! Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask you to remain quiet. Witness has disappeared! He ain't at the boat shop either! Oh no! He's run away! Polly, 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 Polly. What should I do? But find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Oh my. He's running! Oh, he's running! Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor. One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. We survive by the skin of our butts. Ugh. We ship Edgeworth with Phoenix because they act like an old married couple. They do. Pray tell, why does there appear to be enchanting romantic backdrop when Edgeworth is depicted on the screen? That's Phoenix vision. So when Phoenix looks at Edgeworth, that's how he sees it. That's what Phoenix sees. So we're being immersive, you see. Clearly it's because Edgeworth's red clothing is distort the light around it, of course. Yellow and white tin. Judge, I want him. Old man. I don't want the judge. 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 We want Edgeworth. You did it, Briny, and all it took was some time distortion and some thick butts. Yeah, it did. Yay, Nick, you did it! Yeah, well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? Oh, that was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? No, he smell butts, but he's a good one. Did you say something? I see why my stream is freezing. You have horrible connection. No! The internet has forsaken you. That is sad. I hope the internet decides. You need to go sacrifice a goat to your router, and then maybe you can get that. Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. I am quite enraptured to behold that thou art arranging the union of two councils. Yeah! I heard that if you get 3 more guns in a row, you win the game. Could you try to smile a little? Relax. Ugh, he's too broody to do that. Ugh. Have you tried asking the internet politely to move faster? No. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No. There's so little time left. I want to tell you, to get it off my chest, but I'm just so broody. It's hard, you know? I don't know whether I've had the right character development for this. I can't make up my mind. Maybe if we give him a smooch, he'll tell us. It's okay, Edgeworth. I'll love you anyway. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. Oh, Edgeworth, when will you stop acting like a broody love interest in a romance manga? Never! Never! They'll be married and he'll still be like, oh, Phoenix, how dare you hold my hand? You should really have a sliding opacity scale on the yaoi filter, where depending on how yaoi Edgeworth is being, the filter gets more or less visible. That would be hard to do. Not gonna set that up now, no. But I could. Oh my Edgeworth. Edginess is getting deeper in the trenches. I dare say I find myself quite unable to enjoy this romantic business in which you are all engaged. That's okay. It's not for everyone, and that's fine. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Edgeworth, honey! But it was just a nightmare, right? So it's not real, so he didn't do it. No, he didn't do a murder. I'm not on the wrong side. He didn't do a murder. December 27th, 2:11 p.m. Right and Co. Law Offices. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of a murder. Not the memory of murder, PTSD. No! A memory of a murder? I love that movie. Yaoi has been appreciated and existed in this beautiful world forever. It has. Beneath all that edge is worth the righteous heart. Fit in your yaoi level after finishing the Yuri. Yeah! My Yuri one was so good. I'll tell you all about it on Sunday. It was very good. It was very fluffy. A little spicy though. A little spicy at the end. When has a little murder ever hurt anyone? I mean, every single time, technically. I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he never takes someone's life. Never. Yo! How's everyone doing? What do you think about performance today? Adam swooned in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh yes, I do remember feeling faint. Not for the reason BUTTS wants, I don't believe. Yeah, you've been murdered dozens of times and you're fine. That's why you're a phantom, I guess. Right on! Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? BUTTS, please stop hitting on my daughter. Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two because of panic and anxiety, but sure. I think you do better than that. Come on! I saved Edgeworth out there, dude! Edgy! You guys should be bowing down before me! Yeah! Bow before your hero! Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did! Stop hitting on the minor BUTTS. I know, she's our daughter. Please go away. We will protect her. Stop giving me ads for fish treatments. Ads are wacky. Ads are getting really weird. I went to the cinema and they put on this KFC advert that was really weird. It was like a bunch of people in the woods carrying a giant golden egg, and then they took a dude and they like dipped him in a river that looked like chocolate, and then suddenly he was a chicken tender, and I don't understand what happened. I think he was supposed to be a humanoid chicken, but I don't understand. Butts try to make esteemed members of the court swoon and fall unconscious during critical court case. Clearly a plan from a criminal mastermind. I once got 2 fake Go ads while watching a fake Go video. That's funny. I wonder what my ads are like, but since they don't want to work, you'll never know. That is perfect. The anti-ads. They don't know what to sell to you, Yellow. You're just too mysterious. Are they importing advent directors from Japan? Advert directors, maybe. I mean, it's better than watching Ukraine Death Camp than a Whopper commercial. That's jarring. If you'll never know what your ads look like, it gives you a window to make up even better ads in your... YouTube stole my right to block ads 5 times. Oh, I know, it's such a butt right now. Absolute butts. You did? If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that bow shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious, but Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? From where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty, edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know, but... what I do know is... I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and... who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me. Right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment! I think he realised he stuck his foot in it, was just like... I said nothing. I said nothing. You can't prove anything, it's fine. I mean, nothing can beat Jet 2 Holies, indubitably. Phoenix, Edgeworth, and Butts. The golden trio. However, methinks, in the instance of a live stream, it may well prevent thee from dispatching messages. Madly. I would humbly propose the employment of a web browser known as Brave. It doth expunge all advertisements whilst one engages with it. Madly. If that helps people, use it. Like, obviously, I very much appreciate the people who would like to pay their ad taxes, but I also understand that ads are very, very annoying. So whatever makes it comfortable for you. Nick! Why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? Nothing can beat Jet Set Radio 2. Oh my god, I'd love a Jet Set Radio holiday. Oh my god. Jet Set Radio Future. Fucking love that game. I want to play it again. That's the most teenager-esque line delivery ever. I'm working on my voice acting. I'm very glad you noticed. Why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. When we were young friends. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? I'm fine with the ads, but it's just the ads don't wanna break my streak. That makes sense. because DuckDuckGo works better and comfortably. Fair. Yes, in grade school. They saved me. Miles. And Larry. They saved me. I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Give me the backstory! Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it! I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final! You would have got bad. I kind of got what you were talking about. It's okay. A class trial. Oop, boop, 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 boop. Why does it skip dialogue? So back in 3rd grade, he was on trial, a class trial. Oop, boop, boo. A class trial? The class trial. You remember, Larry? Spring of... end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Oh, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 inside. Oh yeah, now you mention it, I do remember that. I can see what you forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. You're not allowed to be clingy with your backstory. That's what's up for Edgeworth. You're supposed to fucking answer my fucking questions, Mr. Phoenix, right? I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it? Yeah. The kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. Oh yeah, I was hoping we'd get a picture of this. Oh, poor little Phoenix. He didn't do it. Guilty! He did it! Guilty! It was you! He's the thief! Give the money back! You're such a meanie! Just admit you did it! You can't hide the truth! Tell us! We're not gonna play with you anymore! Very mean, childish things! La 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 la! Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. Oh, your teacher is very cute. Look at the baby. Children caught making children punishments for children crimes like grand larceny. Much children. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad, I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection! He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs! Miles! Do you like my baby Miles voice? It was you who stole the money, wasn't it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Oh my. Oh my. Miles was the victim? Yeah, he did it. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? Butts. Oh, look at baby Butts. Oh, and his little bow tie. Yes! This is always how it is. Everyone gang it up and pick it on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Oh, Butts. Oh, Butts. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. Poor kid. That is so, like, traumatizing. Could you imagine that? Just being surrounded like that by all your class? And this is a small school where you know everyone around and they are judging the shit out of you. Oh, that'd be awful. That's a nightmare right there. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Wow. I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Ah, yeah, well, I was just lucky I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So Phoenix's spiky hair is natural since childhood. He didn't style it that way. Yeah. They are the spiky-haired trio. It's just that Edgeworth's spikes point downward, like his personality. 3 hedgehogs. Which makes Edgeworth Shadow. Phoenix is in blue, so I guess he's Sonic. Which makes Butts Silver. Or Amy, I guess. It is an occurrence most peculiar, which doth transform virtuous souls into wretches. Indeed, that's kind of trauma-like. The teacher should be questioned for putting those kids through that, for putting Phoenix through that. It's fucking awful. Larry is Knuckles, that's true. But if we're going hedgehogs, then Knuckles isn't a hedgehog. So I kind of took, so I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually Butts. Oh, that's fair. After the trial. Anyway, it's kind of dark. I need to turn my light on 1 second. Ready for the model freak out? Whee! It's on blind shut, but in the correct position. Glasses, headphones, continue. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. Darkness has approached. Takes till 9:30 for it to get dark right now. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my father. Yes, he is. A famous defense attorney. Yeah! Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL-6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts." The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? The DIO-6. DI-6, DI-6, DI-6. Could you imagine an adult Edgeworth bust instead of the white ruffles? They're just a red bow tie. It wouldn't be the same. He needs the ruffles. What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times, but he never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I just couldn't drop it though. I wanted to meet him and learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To chase your husband? I mean, to meet Edgeworth? How can this not be shit? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me and I believed in him. He's in pain and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help it. Yaoi, romance, novel, yes. Gimme. Love is the purest of all motivations, you're right. And whether you see this as a platonic bestie love or a romantic love, you cannot deny that this is quite sweet. Wow, Nick, that's hella gay! I mean... So, is that why you helped me out for free? Yeah. I helped you. Because I believed in you. Oh, wowie, that's yowie. Those lines are just straight out Korean romance manhwa. Yeah, I know, right? Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Oh, Nick! Nick! We have to save Mr. Edgeworth. If it's the last thing we do, okay? Right. Very well, maybe. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find who or what he is. I settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Yeah! What did we clean out? I don't know what we cleaned out. It's fine. That's fine. How much time we got? We got time. It's fine. I'm thinking probably get one more stream because I'm assuming, I may be wrong, but I'm assuming this is the last case of the first game. So let's go to the lake. Oh, hey Gumshoe! Hey pal! Long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe! Close one today, eh? Oh, I got so worked up, I snapped my tie-in off. Sorry about that. I'm glad you got spares at least. That's nice. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, now we know we really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Hi, Totoro! Sorry, I was lurking. This is not the last case in the PC version. It was on the GBA. But on the DS, they added an additional case. Oh! Because it feels like this is very climactic, so I thought it was. But apparently it's not. Okay, fair enough. I was looking forward to starting a new game. This one's still good though. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. A criminal! Detective Gumshoe sure is, active today. Oh, one other thing. Eek! No longer go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotta was camping. The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. What did you just say? Is that a free 10 roll? Oh, I'm gonna open Limbus right now. 1 minute! 1 minute! I need this! We need this. I need this for tomorrow. I'm just gonna open Limbo. Limbo. It's just gonna be in the background. You won't hear it. I just gotta open. It's fine. I want free stuff. This is fine. This is fine. There we go. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Okay. I think they close off the woods at this point because now you're done with Lotta. There's no reason to go there. So, we need to go to the beach. Gumshoe will definitely catch the guy. How many old men with pink sweaters and beanies out there? Call of Gacha is the song of the universe. Yeah, it is. Yay! Free money! It's compensation for the Don Quixote ego. Nice. We have enough for a 10 roll next stream. Heck yeah. Anyway, right, continue. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? It looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up. Someone's soul is consumed. Only a little bit. I haven't paid for anything, so my finances aren't consumed, just my soul. Magical Girl Dawn apparently was bugged, so they made her stronger. Perfect. Let's see. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Huh? I know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Ah, yes, hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk? Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg! This is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. Surprise lawyer. I did wonder if he'd turn up again. That is true, yes. But from what I saw of the day's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? The odds of Phoenix finding a lawyer out in the wilds are low, but never zero. A wild Grossberg has appeared. Phoenix used, please go away. Let's talk to the Polly. December 27th, caretaker's shack. Nobody's home. Hello! Hello! Squawk. Hey, it's Polly. Wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello! Hello! Squawk. Can you believe he'd run off and leave this poor parrot to fend for herself? Hello! Hello! Squawk. Hey, what's my name, Polly? Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Aww, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's gonna hate me. Can I not ask the bird who he is? Be like, Polly, name! And then he might say, like, the person's name. In a universe where there are 3 types of people, murderers, victims, and law people. And witnesses! Yeah, there's a 4th kind of people, witnesses. I hope it does work better for you, Yellow. Can we put the bird on trial? I hope so. That would be great. I can't show the bird anything, which is very silly. I should be able to do that. I guess I need to go back to the grotto. He said if I find anything. I have to go back to here, and then I need to go to the Grossberg office. He's out again! When does he work, anyway? Now, don't be harsh. I guess I'll have to come back later. Okay, so I do actually have to find something before I can talk to him. The bird was the gun! It happened in real life. Talking parrot was put into trial, which led to a guilty conviction. It's gonna happen again! Detention center. Hi, boy! You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade? Lunch money... Oh, right, yes. I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it was probably only really... Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That's sad. It does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, right? So simple, to a fault. Stop moving! I think you've changed too much, Edgeworth. I may have missed out most of the stream, but at least I'm here in time to get Phoenix. Trying to talk to Edgeworth. Yes, that's what we're doing. Perhaps. Right. Why prosecute? Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, right, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes. The man trapped in the elevator with my father. The man who murdered Mr. Hammond and tried to frame me. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had not been of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. Von Karma! What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So, he's like my sister was to you, Nick? He's a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life,
He is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved, and not one suspect was ever declared innocent, ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it is nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth, if what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. She's right! There's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. Okay. Where else can we go? Criminal affairs? I doubt anything's going on here. I'm just gonna go anyway. Just to see. Criminal affairs. Looks like Detective Gumshoe's out. Gumshoe? You won't be coming back today. Oh, really? They said there was some guy you had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker. He shouted something about catching him. It's the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. Okay, yeah, I didn't think so, but, you know, I wanted to check all my bases. So let's go back to board. Let's go back to the beach. So we know stuff. We know stuff. My brain starting to stall. So to get into that department, do you have to be a criminal or have an affair or both? I hate defense attorney because they get the verdict they want. So I became a prosecutor to get the verdict I want. No, I am not a hypocrite. I suppose he stopped seeing it as finding the truth, or and more as, if I declare everyone guilty, then at least no one gets away who will have done it. Maybe some innocent people go, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make to get the justice for all other cases. I think I'm gonna call it there for today. We're a little bit early, but like I said, my brain's a little tired. I'm not 100% on where we need to go next. So we'll just do it next time. So that is all from me for today. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Thank you, everyone in chat. Thank you, everyone alert. Thank you, everyone who watches the vlog. I really appreciate you coming. Some people may die, but that's a sacrifice I'm going to take. That's exactly the way he's looking at things. If I blow up this building, then at least the jerks will also die. Sort of mentality. Correct. I will be back tomorrow with some Limbus Company. We can do some Gamba. We can do some Canto 5. Continue with Ishmael's travel through her PTSD. Good stuff. And that is all I have to tell you. If you have not already, I would also highly appreciate it if you leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you're on Twitch, go give the channel a cheeky follow. That would be lovely. If you have done all that, join Discord. Discord's also a nice free way to support. And last but not least, there's a few ways to do it if you have any spare cash. You can do it via membership, where you get emotes, Discord channel, and merch discounts. You get Patreon, where you get short stories, merch discounts, and free books. That is my Kofi. If you like my emotes, you can commission me to draw some. That is my merch store, where you can get ebooks, version, copies of books that I've written, bookmarks, a notebook, a pillow, stickers, crochet potato. There are other crochet books on crochet goods on Etsy. Hello, Phoenix Wright. Kind of bad time. I am just ending now, but thank you so much for dropping in. I will be back next week, though, so we will continue then. Also, thank you so much for the super chat. That's super. Normal size Phantom, you've been spoiling me lately. I hope you're looking after yourself too. I appreciate it, but please look after yourself too, okay? Don't give all your money away. But I also thank you. If you like my voice and you would like to listen to me read a book to you for like nearly 7 hours, you can look me up on Audible, Bryony Rose Smith, and also anywhere you can buy a book. You can also find one of my books somewhere. If you just search up my name, you'll find things. But until then, don't give all your money away. Gamba some of it. Gamba some of it in the supermarket. Gamba it to and hope that you got the good fruit. I don't know. This is your version of gamba. Fair enough. That is all. I think I've done my show. Thank you for listening to my show. Thank you for sticking around. And if you didn't, I don't blame you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. But for now, that is all I have for you. I had fun. I do hope you had fun. This has been Bryony Rose Smith, live in the Forbidden Library. Goodbye.